welcome to Let's Talk About It. This is your boy, the Black Kelly Summerall LeVar Hamlin, on this special edition feature of the All Women Show. A show that's been 2 years in the making, man. Finally, got three ladies that want to sit down, be a little catty, and talk their shit amongst everybody on the podcast.
You know what?
I said shit. I'm starting
you
shit
couldn't
in the process.
stop. You couldn't help yourself.
I knew it.
Drink. So, as a bag-up person, just in case they start tag teaming, he just stepped out the room, man, but he coming back. I got my man, the Janky one, Corey C.O. Crockett is in the building. To my right, I got the episode lovely, Chocolate Beauty, Nina Boo's in the building.
What's going on?
Across from her, we got Switchblade Braids from Hill, Miss Antoinette Cherrier. And we had, let me see how I'm going to introduce you.
You better make it right. Make it right.
Sensitive thug. No.
Sensitive Thug. Mr. Tanya Robinson's in the building. How you ladies doing this evening?
We good. All right.
All right. So, like I said, let me tell you, this All Women's panel show has been like 2 years in the making. I got my man Corey to sit here and to vouch for that. I want to give an applause to you ladies. Say, where's the women representation at? Okay, I got three of them right here. Me and my man on the sidelines, we just gonna tee up the questions and let the women take over, man. So, ladies, the floor is yours.
Hold on. Before we go in, we got to toast to this. Happy New Year.
Oh, that's it, man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Brady
Ting,
one.
ting, ting.
Hello, Brady one.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
She acting booty.
Already showing up on. Okay. So, hey, go ahead and tee it up.
No, we can't see me either. They don't know who talking.
Huh? They gonna find out we talking.
Just talk, man.
We want to be seen. We want to be seen.
They're like a woman. They always want to be seen on some shit.
You right, because we fabulous.
So today we got a bunch of topics, as a matter of fact. We've got topics that pretty much a lot of women, as ourselves, would actually like to come out with and speak about, ask questions, give each other rapport, how we feel about life regarding dating, things like that. And of course, as always, you're always welcome to call in with your opinions, with your questions, and we will try our best to answer. However, here's a disclosure. If you call in asking questions and you want to know the answer, you have to take the answer with a grain of salt, have some tough skin, because we're going to answer you honestly. No filter needed. No filter involved. That's a disclosure in disclosure. Where do we start?
Self-images, ladies. I mean, you say women sometimes are self-conscious about their own look, and I always notice some women are more insecure within themselves about certain things too. Okay, this is one of the questions y'all teed up, so I'm just going off of that. So, give us some insight about what causes a lot of insecurities within women.
Give you insight on what drives insecurities in us?
That too, how you feel about it, etc.
Well, it all depends on the woman, what the woman's been through, personally. I think that stems from childhood and how you grow up in life. And when it comes to adolescence, we grow up and our minds are developing. And where do they develop towards? They develop towards friendships in school, outside of school, home life, how they're treated at home, how they're raised. So as we get to be teenagers, we start establishing friendships with people on a long-term basis. We start establishing these long-term friends because we're grounded in our minds. And with that being said, influence is very powerful. So when we're teenagers, we can be easily influenced depending on who we're around, who our family members are, how we're raised, things like that, what's brought into, into our circle. If you got women that have been abused from family, friends, mentally, emotionally, physically, 9 times out of 10, they're going to grow up with self-esteem issues. They're going to grow up with, not feeling good about themselves. So therefore, the insecurities will be there. Versus if you've had a young lady that's brought up with confidence from a family of love, that have taught her confidence, and taught her, you're a queen first and foremost. You protect this queendom of yourself and let her know what it is to be proud of being who she is. 9 times out of 10, she's going to grow up with less self-esteem issues. Is that a guarantee? No. I'm not a psychiatric doctor, but this is just my opinion from life, what I've seen in life, what I've been through in life, and what I've seen others go through in life. And then there are the adults that, go through so much in life, but they want better for themselves mentally, so they choose to take those steps to heal themselves mentally from whatever trauma they went through, whether it be counseling, whether it be just through church, whether it be through friends or however. And that calling God gives them the ability to have the tools to be able to mend their minds, mend their hearts better, to be able to be more confident within themselves. And as they get older and they get that confidence deep within, you start to see a confidence level build up more for them. So it all depends on the individual woman. Like I said, how she was raised, who she was around, her peers, things like that. So I can't really answer your question as of why or how women are like that, because not all women are that way.
Right. Simon?
For personal experience, when I was younger, it bothered me because even though I got it at home, you're beautiful or you can do anything and you can accomplish anything. When I got outside in the real world, it was a little different. I could think from kindergarten on. It was a little boy in particular who used to bother me, and it was one guy, I think it was in 3rd grade. I remember his name because he was a fat little, I think Hispanic kid. His name was Kevin, and he called me Aunt Esther. Ooh, that made me so mad. I wanted to beat him. And I'm like, that's an ugly old lady. So I wanted to beat him up. So at that time, it was like I felt like I was not like everyone else. Nobody really got teased like that. For the dark skin, or I'm smart, or I'm skinny, or they thought I was ugly. So for me, it was like the outside. So it put up a defense for me. It's not necessarily insecurity, but I will fight you if I thought, you said something wrong, I'm about to punch you in your eye. Right. So that was where I was. But when I got, I think, sophomore year in high school, and it was a group of guys, and I was going to beat up one of the guys. And then I thought to myself, I said, why am I beating them up for something that is not even irrelevant? I mean, it's relevant. I know who I am. I know what I need to do. So from that point on, I started saying, hey, I'm not going to let anybody try to, tear me down or make me feel bad about who I am. I'm comfortable with my skin. I know who I am. I'm fine with what I am. Everybody's not going to accept it. Everybody's not going to like it. But I'm going to respect myself so others can respect me. Hey, it's me. I'm all me, flaws and all. So it doesn't even matter. But I noticed like a lot of insecurities too come, like you said, from having friendships. You have that competition. It's natural competition, but sometimes some females take it a little too far. And, even if you call them as a friend, they, sometimes have hidden agendas that you don't know about. So then you start saying, okay, why is she acting this way towards me? I'm her friend. We're cool. So you start seeing that, and as you get older, you notice little things. It's like, you don't root for me like I root for you, or you don't have my back like I have your back. So you notice that, with a lot of women, and it's surprising to me because I come from a home full of women, and it was never a jealousy or an envious thing, even amongst my cousins and family. So when I see it outside, I can actually recognize and say, okay, this is not how you operate as a woman. We should be together. We should be uplifted. We should be, cool. We shouldn't even have the issues between us. So it's unfortunate that it's some women that put their insecurities out there, and you can see them. You can really see them. They wear them on their sleeves. It's like, oh wow, that's how you are. So I'm learning that I can't worry about what everybody else is doing. That's them. I can, speak for me, and just do better. Say, hey, I'm not going to be like that. That's not what I want to be. So.
Gotcha.
All right, Nita?
Yes.
Ooh. I ain't going to be that long with it.
I'm going to hire a cameraman for you in about 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
I just feel like women's insecurities can come from a couple of things. It can be environmental, which is the people around you, people you associate yourself with, and it can also be within, from yourself. People build their own insecurities. What they look at in the mirror is what they see versus what somebody else's see. Right. And from my experience, I would say I was like truly insecure about being dark skinned, but when I was younger, we wasn't in. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get a boyfriend. I probably got a boyfriend by the time I got to high school, but all grammar school, all they wanted was light-skinned girls with the long hair. They could have been ugly as hell, but they were light-skinned. That's all they cared about. We got called everything from Burn Skillets, Ain't Your Mama. I don't know. All so long ago, but
That's racist.
Even for black people to say her.
But this is black people saying this about other
They
black
own
people.
people.
You know what I'm saying? And the dark-skinned girls got treated worse than the light-skinned girls. I mean, that's just how it was then.
Mm-hmm.
But as I got older and you know, that wasn't me. I didn't wear tight clothes anyway.
Right.
You know, I was more in the TLC era,
Right.
and I would wear baggy jeans, Aaliyah type style. That was my style anyway. So I never provoked a guy to talk to me because my clothes was too big anyway.
Right.
You know, so they couldn't see anything that was going on.
Right.
You know, so probably about high school is when I feel like guys were attracted to me. And once I got a little older, probably about, I would say 25-ish is when I would start getting approached like guys, like, I love a dark-skinned girl. I'm like, when the fuck that start? When did that come in? You know?
Smokey and Craig did say, bigger the berry, sweeter the juice.
Black of the
Black
berry.
The black of the berry.
I'm gonna need you to
Yeah,
get
that
right. You
motherfucker
gonna say?
You know
I
what?
remember that saying.
That has been the saddest stereotype
It
for
has
so
been.
many years back in the early 90s, and I never understood that. And in my family, we have my complexion. We have chocolate women. We have women that look like they're Caucasian. We have all mixtures, and I never could understand how you could separate somebody because of their complexion. There are beautiful chocolate women out here. Beautiful. There's some ugly light-skinned folks out here. I ain't one of them. I'm just saying. It's a gang of them out here. Some really good women because they judge their complexion. Some down chicks. And I remember this. Never forget it. Through high school, the dark-skinned chicks used to get talked about. They weren't the light-skinned chicks. Or, excuse me, no offense to anybody, but I keep it 100. Or they wanted the fat white girls. That was it.
What school you went to?
They did not want. I'm
right,
telling
though.
you.
She right.
I think she went to Bloom.
And the thing is, as they got older and went through life, people that went through drugs, went through whatever, but these same dark-skinned chocolate girls that they made fun of became successful, even more beautiful than what they were then. Now these niggas came up, the light-skinned ones, they done wifed up this, that, and the other. They ain't shit, they tired of them, they don't do nothing, they just lay on their back, they don't contribute, they don't help them out. And I'm not saying all light-skinned people are like that, but the stereotype made them look stupid because in the end, they run into these same women that they used to dog out. Now they're attracted to them as adults, and these women have moved the hell on. Either these chocolate women that said, you know what, no, I got a man that's treating me the way I need to be treated, or these chocolate women are so successful and comfortable with themselves, they're like, nah, boo, you was old news back in the day. You don't want none of this new school right here. Right. You want it now? No, you don't need. I don't need all that in my life. Because you want shit then, you ain't shit now. And I laugh at a lot of these dudes right now that's sitting there looking like mud right there on the fucking ground. Because years ago, I used to make fun of these girls. And I happen to be friends with a lot of these chocolate, beautiful women that people used to turn their noses up after. And you know, I wish we get out that stereotype.
But it's like you can ask anybody, like, that's a standard question. Like, for me, if they be like, what kind of guy do you prefer? Like, what complexion? I say, I don't care. As long as he's fine. And if he's fine, I don't care.
Right.
You know, what does that really mean? I don't have a preference of your skin tone.
Right.
You know, because that's not what's going to wow me.
Right.
You know, but some people, she got to be light-skinned, a red bone, all that crazy. You know, CL.
There are men that say they prefer light skin, and then there are some light skinned men
That
prefer chocolate women.
Yeah,
I hear it all the time.
It's the weirdest thing.
I rarely get dark skinned in men.
Me either.
Rarely.
Me either. Yeah, that's
I bet you get the yellow ones though.
Yeah.
High yellow.
High yellow.
Yeah.
White, red, they penises is pink. I know you get them. I know you get them. I just keep it
This is
one.
the women's show, I'm not saying anything.
we are.
Me
out of
personally, chocolate is my thing. Sorry, can't even be as light as me. Been there, done that. It's not cooked enough for me, so therefore I love my
Well
dark skin
done.
like it's well done,
All right.
burnt done, burnt. Ain't nothing like holding on to a dark chocolate chest. Hey Barry, love you.
Feel good, huh?
Right.
So,
Stay out of my business.
I'm on his side.
so let me ask you guys this question.
Shout out to the
because-
player she dating or whoever he is. Gary.
So let me ask you guys this question because Tanya just alluded to it about how you think somebody's cool, but then everybody has other people that have an agenda. And you said once time goes on, it leads to women being in competition with each other. So would you say that a lot of those insecurities or self-doubts have a lot to do with that?
I believe so. I think that we sometimes unconsciously, we don't necessarily do it on a, I want to be spiteful or I want to be mean level. It's like that it's something that's embedded in them, and then they think, okay, well, this person is a potential threat. I think that's what they do when they think about competition. They think that this person is a threat to what they might have or what they're trying to do. So,
or they'll get more attention than
yeah,
you.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And some of them seek more attention than you. So
Absolutely.
when you get it more than them,
So
like,
they do the most
so this
you
and
is
do
just
why
extra.
like, I ain't did
It was like,
nothing,
right.
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 You know?
So,
I just
Yeah,
wanted to
so-
give you a hug.
Right,
Bitch,
that's
here
it.
you come.
right.
I'm sorry.
What y'all doing? Like
I've
that?
been through all that. I'm sorry.
So,
Shout out to Barry. Shout out to Barry. No, this is Barry Dog. That's him. He made a good point.
what is that?
Basically saying how society got y'all thinking like, well, got us thinking like that.
They do.
You know, like you see in Hollywood,
Oh yeah.
light skinned or fair skinned will get a role or get a singing job will get the more attention than some skin.
I mean, you got to see that Thick just got in. Okay? Thick
Right.
was
Man,
Thick was
Thick
not
was
in.
not
No,
in.
it was not.
No.
We was
Yeah,
considered.
It was skinny.
No.
We was
No.
considered
Thick
fat.
Skinny.
Stop.
We was considered fat,
Some
unattractive.
of us-
Thick
Yeah,
was
yeah.
not
First
in.
of all,
Thick
First of all,
just
now,
got in.
stop. No, it did.
Yes, it did.
Yes, it
Yes,
did.
We can argue that all day.
This is what y'all not gonna do.
This
But
is
this
what
what we
we
going
to
to
do.
do.
We was always categorized as fat when we was
Right.
thick, and guess what? The
And I
skinny
know that
bitches
now.
always had the
No,
fucking
no.
most
They
flat.
did.
You know what happened?
You had to be a
You
sticklet
know,
to be cute,
you
man.
know,
Get out of
You
here.
had to
happened
be two
was-
a size two.
No,
Yep.
what happened was when it hit the 90s, I'm a 90s kid. The 80s fucked y'all up. Excuse my language. The 80s guys fucked y'all up.
Excuse me, I was a child.
You know.
Right.
This is what I'm about to tell you. I'm going to tell you some real
I was
shit.
approximately
I'm
maybe
gonna
7
tell-
years old,
Let me tell you
maybe
something real.
6.
R.
I
Kelly was
could
in the
kill
80s. That's a different conversation, though.
Well, we could talk
Don't
about
even go
that. We
there,
could talk
look.
about his ass the early 90s, though.
Right,
He showed the fuck
exactly,
in.
right.
I'm telling.
My point is, all of
I'm
us are both
telling.
age, right? You either graduated in the mid or late 90s, correct? I'm
No, I was just a kid, so no.
Damn, like, you graduated 2000.
I graduated 99. Get your life.
Exactly. So my thing was, you had guys that was my senior, wishing they had women y'all size back in that day, and they told me to my face several times, y'all
It didn't show
girls,
like it.
y'all
We
high
talking about
school
what
are slugs.
society was saying.
No. I
And some of the
always
men, too.
liked me some on my bones. Skinny bones hurt the pelvis too much.
Do you know it is men still like that out here?
Exactly.
When I was in the
It
dating
is.
world,
I need some
there were
pushing.
men that literally
No.
would judge me because
Yeah.
even though I'm 5'9", they look at me be like, "You're a little bit too heavy. You
Yeah,
maybe need to lose
That's
some
what
weight."
we said. I was classified as fat.
First
You're
of
a
all,
little too
what
heavy.
we not gonna do is we not gonna
That's
take
what
that
I'm
right.
saying. What was said now.
Right.
It was, and I've been
So
there.
we
Then
been
you
there,
see
done
my-
that.
Been
my
there.
leg up. I'm right here with it.
These Negroes
I
out
need
here
some work.
will sit there and make you look like you the worst thing in the world, and then they got the nerve to be built like bell peppers with little penises.
First of all,
I need to get this
Hold
straight
on,
up
hold on,
right
let me
now.
railroad.
I got shit to say.
Hold on.
I want to say that.
Hold on, let me
Sorry,
transition.
I had a flashback. How dare y'all do that to
Exactly.
us? There's some good women out here, and you bell pepper shaped ass men got the audacity to call a chick fat, but you hungry bitches, y'all motherfuckers will swear up and down if we
Hey,
can't
Antoinette,
cook
we
you
don't
a
need to go to the
sandwich.
booth, babe. Hold on. We don't need to go to the booth. We don't need to go to no.
No.
All right, so hold on.
No.
No.
Are you sure?
No, we
Sit down. It's a girl show.
We pipe it down.
Sit down. Put your hands away. Move back.
No, hey,
Shout out to my cousin.
So we finna tee this up.
Hey,
Shout out to the bell pepper man.
I know, right?
We in style right now. Up right here.
All right, so
Up right here.
So check
We
this
never
out.
had a problem with you, so don't even go there.
All right, so check check this out because we gonna transition since y'all kind of went over into it a bit. And to my people on YouTube, I know we doing an all female show. Whatever. Okay, but y'all put down and they wrote some of their own topics down, and they got a lot of complaints about men.
Yes,
So
sir.
they want to get
complaints.
to men
Yes,
bashing a
Not
little
complaint.
bit.
It's not me
Concerns.
embarrassing. It's just reality of what y'all need to
Okay,
do.
well, some of the reality is the way a woman's perspective is. So, ladies,
Yeah, see? Look at that. Check
so
it out.
the first one here is they want to know why can't men have periods, and I'm like, I know this is a question most women don't talk about, but I gotta hear this shit.
I don't even know where that question came from. I don't even know.
Somebody know y'all wrote it down.
This one right here. I'm pointing
Okay,
it out.
see,
This one right
okay,
here.
so this is my
That's why
thing.
we gonna get her to start. Go ahead.
So this is my thing. We go through so much that men don't even understand. They talk about how moody we are or how we this or we that, but they don't understand the severity of how we have to deal with just day-to-day living with y'all. So let's start off with that. So then we top it off with getting cramps, getting bloated, can't sleep, back problems, headaches, and then y'all got nerve enough to add to that. Like, nobody wants to deal with that. I would like for one day for a man to have to transition and get all that put on all at once, wham, and see how y'all deal with it.
So
Because
are
I
you-
know
are
y'all
you
can
saying-
deal
You
with
a
it.
man at them, huh?
Yeah, I am, because I want them to deal with that.
So are you okay? Let me see if I can circulate this
I'm just
to
saying.
another language. Hold on. Let me see if I can
Yes.
circulate this.
Go ahead.
So are you saying is that it's bad enough that women go through the stages of menstrual cycles, things like that, cramps, and then we're added stress because the men want us to do so much more when we're going through that period of time where they don't understand. Hey, maybe we need a break. Maybe we need that help. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they get on our nerves. When
Okay.
for me.
Okay. I was trying to get some understanding.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
absolutely.
I listen
Yeah.
good. I listen
Okay.
good.
Well, I feel like I know a lot of men that they ain't got no. They act like they have
don't
a
got no
period
physical.
to me.
Yeah,
That
you're right.
is
They
true.
so.
Oh, they light skinned is
Yeah.
what?
Don't do that one. It's some dark skinned, sissified,
Exactly.
mind ass dudes too
Oh,
now.
I don't know why men
Yeah.
these days they so sensitive and they got these moods, honey.
Oh my God.
I
They
ain't
worse than
never
some of
seen
us.
nothing like it.
Yep.
They
And
mood
sense-
change like
yes.
the weather.
Sensitive.
Why you gotta
need
say
a
all
man
that?
with no the fucking sensitivity. No the fucker don't a man like me.
Yeah. Tonight, I'm loving it.
They don't-
I can't wait till my turn again.
I agree with Nita. They are very, very sensitive
Yeah,
now.
very.
I've never seen so many men. It's like it's good. It's better for their asses to cry, to scream, jump up and down like children, and do the most pettiest shit just to get attention.
And y'all love them.
No,
we don't.
we do not.
Okay.
That's annoying.
No, but if we do
You
it,
getting cussed out
if
at
we
that
do
point.
it, we're nagging, we're annoying.
Yeah.
We're not his piece, we're his drama. No, y'all have become the drama now. I'm not saying all men, but a lot of men are now. You're not our piece. A lot of men are no longer our piece. They're like a fucking extra child that you don't want to raise.
But you don't know. You want to beat the hell out of. You don't want. You in a rage. You want to beat the hell out. Go sit.
I
your
couldn't
ass
wait
down
for
and
my
shut up.
own. I gave birth to grow
Right.
get the fuck out of the house. I got to raise
Shoot.
your old ass too. No,
No, I'm snapping at that point. Look at here.
Y'all done?
Well,
no.
we done. Well,
Does it
so
matter?
what doesn't? Yeah, this is a women's show. You want to chat? What you got to
This
say?
is going nowhere.
Oh,
What you mean it's going nowhere?
so what? You
That's
want your
further-
feelings? Look, he acting sensitive now. He's sensitive.
That's not going. I want to make sure I had some clarity of what you guys talking about.
Yes, you do. You
So,
understand.
You guys are sensitive.
You got
Very.
dark and
You're
light
worse than
skinned
women.
men now that's sensitive. They was raised wrong.
Men.
Men, period. Doesn't matter what complexion you are.
See, that's another thing, y'all.
See how he just tried to
Yeah, he
take
trying to
over?
hear.
I'm not taking over. I'm
He
just
can't
not
take
taking
Trying to
over.
light skin versus dark skin.
I'm really not.
You don't like
Another-
light skinned people?
This,
LeVar.
this, is,
I know, right?
this is another.
He's just saying that the dark skinned men, you can't see their tears. The light skinned men, their eyes
Right,
red.
right, you right.
And the
I
dark
agree.
skinned
I
guy,
agree.
he
You
might
right.
have been crying, but you
You right.
ain't know.
I'm gonna cry
Okay?
and cry.
Because he dark. You
Absolutely.
can't
Yeah,
see them
I'm
tears
right.
come down.
You
Well,
gonna
I'm gonna
cry
find me something else, but that's a conversation. You know another thing y'all do? When men are talking, you intervene. Sometimes you just got to be the listener. Because it may be something I missed that you can check me in the car about.
But
I'm
y'all
telling you right
are
there.
y'all the same damn way.
Exactly.
We will have a conversation and y'all will
I'm
interrupt us in
telling you
mid
right
combo.
here.
So
Right here.
That's light skinned guys.
You said light skin.
yeah.
That's another thing. Barry, whoever Barry, shout out to Barry.
I'm sorry,
my
baby.
man.
Yeah.
Again.
Wakanda forever. Yes, I'm right with Barry. No man wants to be talked to like a child.
But
Don't act like it.
No.
Don't act like a
That's
child.
another problem. When
Don't
a man
act like a
talks,
child.
Don't
No.
Don't.
You call me a
Don't.
Barry.
You like.
Please wait.
If y'all would stop, if y'all stop acting like
Don't
kids,
act like kids. You want to
Say
have to
something.
dress.
if you stop acting like a child,
Say something. I am not a child. I talk to you.
if
Act
y'all
like
would
it.
stop acting like a
Act
Why
child,
you cutting me up?
Act like it.
because you're talking
Because you
nonsense.
trying to, exactly.
It
Thank
is
you.
nonsense.
It is.
Women, again, cut us off when we're talking.
You do too.
Now he's trying to act like
Lie.
he's so calm.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
lie. And it's
Now,
supposed
am
to
I
be
right
our
or am I
show.
wrong?
Wait,
Did or
how
did
you
he
gonna
not
intervene
just
if
like
this is our
intervene
show?
into this whole
This is
show?
our show.
First
It's
off,
the
hold on.
women's
Let me-
show.
I thought that's what I
Let
thought
me
it
get
was.
anyway. Let me help y'all.
I forgot it's the women's show plus
And-
Corey.
Right.
So
So
hold on.
let's add him in. Let's add
I
him in.
just had a little something to say, then I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
That's the purpose.
Let us have
of
our
the
moment.
women's show.
Now, Barry, see what I'm talking about? I didn't get a word in. That's the nagging part.
Because
You're
are
proving my
this
point.
woman.
No.
This is a woman's show. We said that in the beginning.
You're right.
You
Then we
wanted
gonna
to.
say what we
Barry, you
want.
gonna join the womanhood today, huh?
Hello?
Yeah.
He
He joined the womanhood.
Yeah.
He joined our womanhood now. Oh.
I shut the fuck up at.
Okay, so
Excuse
let's
my
go
language,
back
you
to
should be
No, that's a
we're
good.
gonna go back to
that-
Barry's point.
No, that's a good point.
Talk to him, Barry.
Oh, that's
No,
a good
I'm
point.
gonna
Come on,
read
Nita.
what Barry said because I mean,
Look
you
at
know,
that. Look at the attitude
Yeah.
with it.
you
Look at
would
the
say
attitude
that.
with it.
You know, Barry's
What
comment
he say?
reads,
What he say?
"No man wants to be talked to like a child, though. A man needs to be the lead, and if he takes on the extra as the lead, he should get the respect of the lead. My problem
like
with that is."
Oh, see, he got a
Come on,
problem.
Nita.
Act like it.
Shout out to Barry.
No.
Men
shout
ain't
out
out
to
here leading.
They
so
sure not.
You
Sure
not
not.
gonna get
Sure
that
not.
if you not
Sure
doing
not.
that. That's the difference.
All right, so
You
ladies,
gotta be worth us following you.
Yes.
If you're not doing things that make us comfortable following you, guess what? You lose.
Hit the road.
All right, so ladies, let me ask you something. What is your definition? What is a woman's definition of a man leading?
Well, who would you like to start first?
No. That's
Right.
no. It's not about starting. I said, what is your
No,
definition?
which one of us you want to start to get this
We all
clarity?
got something for that, baby. Let's go.
Okay,
Look,
I'll start.
What's going on?
No, I want to see. I want to see.
I will start.
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna start with Nita because y'all get along with this so far. So go ahead.
Okay,
Nita.
go ahead.
Fluffy, what's up, baby? Real player
Well-
right there. That's my girl.
As a man, you should take the lead and take initiative. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot of men don't take the initiative to do
Some don't
anything.
know how to
They
do it.
don't put forth the effort, but they want the woman to do everything.
Sure
But
do.
then he want to holler, "Well, I'm the man. I mean, why don't you do something to show me
Exactly.
that you are the man? You can't just sit down in your drawers and watch football all day
Yes,
and
you
think
can.
that you
But anyway.
you is classified as the man.
Do
What
if you
are
want
you doing?
Football is our piece.
What are you doing? Nothing
I
wrong
don't
with watching
care.
football.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So your definition.
That's okay. You know
No,
what?
no, no.
Football.
You know what? We
I
may
love
cook you a
football.
meal, right?
But we
What's
know
wrong with
second
you
half.
getting up washing the damn dishes? If we cook you a meal, why can't you get up and wash the damn
Lazy,
dishes, be a
lazy,
help?
lazy.
If you want to be the man to lead, don't lead us into the land of stupidity. This is something I said 6 months back.
Whoa,
You
whoa,
can't-
whoa. I just heard something. So if you cook, we should be having the initiative to wash, correct?
Yes, to wash the
No, no,
dishes.
no, no.
That's
Absolutely.
sharing.
Don't cut me off.
Okay.
Ooh.
Equal opportunity.
He got
I
a leader.
ain't
He
No,
got
no,
a
no.
leader.
This is where y'all say equal, right? Equal. But a man need to step up to the plate and lead. So if this man been slaving all day at work, just like maybe y'all in this society, even if you're
They
at
don't be
home
slaving.
mom, if that man come home and he feel comfortable, he would do that. But if he don't feel that way, he's not gonna do it.
Well, if he don't want to, he's not
Exactly.
going to do it either.
But stop dating them then. That's y'all damn problem.
I don't date him. I'll get rid of him.
All right,
So,
playing.
so,
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 You're the chubby guy in your life.
so since you like to jump in shit, why don't you tell me what is your definition of
No,
a
no.
man leading?
Hold on, Corey.
Since you-
hold
No,
on.
shut up.
Go,
No,
don't say
no,
it.
we gotta let him
Corey,
out.
no,
Shut up.
Corey,
Right.
Because
right now-
I wasn't finished.
No, hold on.
I wasn't even y'all cut me up.
No, the
You
definition
cut us
so far
off.
that you two are
You cut-
describing is
I'm gonna
is
answer
initiative,
your
right?
question though.
Leadership.
Give effort to show us
No,
that you are worth us
No,
following.
I'm saying your definition of a man leading is him taking initiative, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one point.
So now what's the other one? Initiative is one. So y'all done went all the way around the
So
box to say
I
this.
want to feel protected by this man. I
Alright,
don't
so-
want to feel abused. I don't want to feel disrespected. I don't want to feel like he ain't doing what he needs to do. You know, for me to be, you know,
Well, he
feel
did.
like, yeah, you know, because if I don't feel protected, guess what? I'm not gonna mess with you like that.
If
We
I
ain't-
don't
we
feel
ain't gonna-
loved,
we ain't gonna do that.
I'm not going to
No,
do
I ain't
my
gonna
part
mess
as a
with-
woman.
no,
If I don't feel
no,
protected, I'm
no,
not
you
going to do
so
my part as a
silly.
woman. If
Yeah,
I don't
for
feel
you,
like
yeah.
you are a provider,
Thank you.
I'm not
Amen.
going to do my part as a woman. Sorry.
Amen.
So can I ask you guys a question?
Amen.
Provide. When you say provide, you mean
Here you
what?
go with this.
Oh,
Sweetie, read your Bible.
No, I ain't got
All right. We are
Hold on,
helpmates.
hold
We
on.
are
So,
helpmeets.
I've heard
let me-
the first two things I heard.
Although society
Finance.
wants us to work a 9 to 5, you greedy ass men want us to cook, clean, wash your clothes,
And
wash
y'all
your
do
clothes,
nothing.
and walk
Who the hell you
and
been dating?
and
Outside of Barry.
work
Barry.
a 9 to 5.
Barry now.
It is unfair.
Go then. You got her no.
So hold on, time out.
I
Time
like Barry.
out. So right now, the
Barry's
top,
my guy.
the top,
I
the
bet
top,
you it is.
the top three
Not
attributes
just
I'm
Barry,
hearing
other
is
Barry. I
for leadership is initiative, providing and protecting. Correct. So let me ask you guys this: if y'all say that's the staple of a man being a leader
I feel like
within a
Eddie
relationship,
Murphy coming on.
why is it that guys coming out of prison are in more relationships statistically than the hardworking men out here with
Please pull that
Come to him,
statistic
Bob.
up. I need to wait time out. Where the statistic? I don't see them
You
say.
can't just say
Please,
stuff
Rex,
like that
don't
and
put
not
that
have
your ass.
Where's
Let
your
me
research
see.
to back that up? Because
Let
I
me
ain't never
see.
studied
Let me
that.
see.
Evidence-based of
I've done
Exactly.
research on that, and I've never seen
I
that.
ain't never dated anyone that went to jail.
Hold on, when
So,
you
Or
Google,
coming out.
no, when you reach Google, now I will say this part.
This nigga said Google.
No,
Google.
yeah, Google does a lot of statistics, and this goes back to 2017 statistics.
Oh.
Now,
It's 2019.
No, it's 2020. So you
Oh,
see,
2020.
you're
Well,
behind.
whatever.
So you're young.
Whatever.
But
They
You
always
know I'm
right.
still current.
They
He
always
said
right.
Google.
You
Time out.
right? Shut up.
Time out. Statistics are done in 5-year intervals.
Okay.
So this statistic, if it came out in 2017,
2022.
it's probably came out in 2012.
Do you actually
Now,
believe this though?
hold on. Among the
Why did you cut
African,
them off?
Shut up.
among the African American community, that is the statistic where a lot more African American men coming out of jail are in more relationships that have criminal records as opposed to the guy that goes to college, has a 9 to 5, has his
They probably was in a
I've been a
relationship
busy guy.
before.
I'm
No,
from
that's
my
not the
homies.
point. They were
Hey,
probably in
have
that
been
relationship. Shut up. He was in a
Yeah, see, that's what they said. She might have been one.
Absolutely not. No, what I'm saying is they probably had the people or the women there before they went into jail. So they must have been those so-called ride or dies. But I'm not a ride or die. You go to jail, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
you.
they pen paling
Okay?
these
That's
men.
what I'm saying.
They
They
meet them
are.
on date
They
sites.
are.
Do you know it's
Exactly. I
niggas
know
in
so.
prison? Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's men in prison
Yes.
that are allowed to be on date sites,
Yes.
Yeah.
looking for women, and
Yeah.
these women are going.
And they get them.
They're talking to them
Desperate.
while they're
Yeah.
almost getting ready to get out. It may be a year before they get out. They woo these women, tell them everything they would want to hear. These dumb women will sit back and have a pen pal relationship for a whole year.
But
Then
They
when they
go
get
there
out,
without the men.
hold on, answer that.
when they get out,
No.
they
They
have
do
a
that in jail.
guaranteed
Hold
place to
Answer
stay.
Exactly.
Answer
That's
that.
what
The
it
reason
is.
I asked that because you said you want to feel loved, right? Nobody gonna love you better than the man looking for a home. That's number one.
You look
Number
for
two.
that.
I'm not talking about
Hold
temporary
on.
action.
That's what
Hold
I'm
on.
saying. Right.
Number two.
There got to be some consistency
Hold on.
in this.
Number two.
Consistency.
Well, you gonna screw the shit
Hold
up.
on. Number two.
I don't give a fuck because I would never fuck with nobody who's in prison in the first
Bingo.
place.
Hold on.
Amen.
Number two.
Period.
We talk about generational curses a whole lot. And a lot of women feel like a man in prison has a low tolerance for things, so they feel more protected by somebody who has the street cred of going to prison for any kind of violence.
You're
No,
protected.
what?
You're
No, hell no,
protected.
that's backwards.
That's backwards. They
Yeah.
was so
Look,
crazy.
they're
right,
like
and he might with my ass.
Pop
No,
off quicker.
I'm
So
good, love,
basically,
enjoy.
you said that the statistics on Google. I'm gonna get the website. I'm gonna post it up here afterwards. But this is a statistic among the African American community.
So let me ask the question then.
No, you're asking the
How
wrong
many?
person.
No,
so,
no.
but-
What I'm saying
No,
is,
no,
you
no,
said.
Statistic,
No,
that's why
you
I
need to
was
talk
like,
to Barry because Barry churching right now.
No, he ain't.
Barry said some women like to feel like they have power to change and build a man even out of prison.
Talk to him, Barry.
See, first of
Talk to
all,
him.
I ain't
Barry.
doing all that.
those are the
I don't
desperate.
either.
Those
That's
are
what I'm
desperate
doing. That's too
women
much work.
with low self-esteem.
Exactly. Get
Is
your
it-
life.
Some
Hold
of them
on.
got good jobs.
Is it- hold on.
Man,
Now,
and they
is
have
it-
low self-esteem.
Now, hold on. Is it
Hey,
desperate?
damn.
No, hold on. Now, is that desperate or the woman's need to be the head of the household and the head and wear the pants in the
I
household?
say desperate.
Based on generational curses, because among the African American community, women of color are raised to be independent, not need a man for anything,
You're right.
and they
Okay,
have
cool.
a hard time of taking a step back in that role.
Let me tell you why we are like that. Because you men are not stepping up. We
Yeah.
have to,
Yeah.
yes, because y'all not stepping up. What y'all need to do, so I have to go and impart
I got
and
a
be
word.
there
I
I
and do
gotta
that
come
every
home.
day.
I gotta take
Yeah.
care of the
Yeah.
house.
I've always been
Wait,
that
over
person that's
time.
going
Yeah.
to fill the
That
void
seems
where
to
it's
be.
needed.
Exactly.
She
Always.
doesn't want to take the lead, but if she
It
has to,
we gonna
We
shake
will
our
do
business.
just that.
Handle
That's
that.
it.
Handle it. That's what we
Sometimes
gonna do.
y'all
Coming
force
together,
us.
I'm the lead.
Sometimes y'all
Yeah.
force us to having to be the lead.
You're
You
the-
force us to have to do that because if we don't, the whole house go downhill.
First
And I ain't
of all-
going.
The whole
Stop,
community,
stop, stop.
hell.
This one
See,
y'all-
but this is my thing. Okay,
Yeah.
I feel like they want to
It's a
blame.
woman's show.
They want to blame the women.
They do,
Say the
always.
women want to take the lead, but women take the lead because the
They
man
ain't stepping
abandons the home and leaves.
Oh.
That's why
Yeah,
that
that's
happens.
true. Yep.
Leave them
Absolutely.
with the kids
Yes,
by
they do.
themselves, so they have to take care of the whole house. Be the man, the husband, the wife,
And
everything. The
everything.
father,
The
the mother.
counselor.
They got to be everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
The
So
teacher,
you gonna
everything.
blame us for that?
Yeah.
Then they got
We
shit to do
doing
with
what
us.
needs to be done.
Handling business.
This is
And then if you don't get your way, you leave. If it's somebody tells you no,
This is-
you leave.
Yeah.
You're not man enough.
Child,
You
yeah.
bitching
Child,
up.
that's the
That's how I
child
look at it.
mentality.
This is what I'm going to
Yeah.
agree with you.
They're not manning up. They're bitching up.
This is what don't cut me
Amen.
off more light skin.
You know what? What the hell you gonna do about it? What the hell you gonna do
got
about it?
bars.
Nigga, I still windmill in this motherfucker. What you mean?
You going to jail? Because I know if I fight back, I'm going to jail. I call the police and they come quick. I'm sorry.
We jumping you though, so don't worry.
Nah, all three of y'all going to jail. Y'all got a lot to look at.
Gotta have a witness.
That's smart. You gotta think smart.
You gotta have a witness. Go on.
This is my thing. One thing I will give women. A house is not right without that right woman. That's automatic. For real. It's a handful or a small percentage that could. That's just from what I witnessed. Now, with that being said, you gotta ask questions. What ran that man off? Was he right in the first place and you didn't see it, or you saw it and like Barry said, you tried to change this guy? Kids involved. It's a lot that goes into it. So when you date someone, it like you said, like you was in high school, how they passed up on all the dark skinned girls, now they successful, right? And it goes both ways. It's been girls that was light skinned passed up on the ugly ducklings, correct?
Yep.
And now this guy doing his thing, and guess what? He don't see you, but he will screw you. Because our mentality is different than y'all. We will screw damn near about anything.
You will.
You guys would, you need something to hold on to, right or wrong.
What does that have to do with the lead of a conversation?
So that's why I'm going.
I'm looking. I'm listening.
So when you talking about
Point.
lead, you got to make sure you guys is this guy worthy of lead, correct?
Did
so
not
if you, no,
say
you
that?
didn't say that.
I was wondering.
This is the part where I said I agree. See, you ain't been listening, talking, not listening. That's the part where you
Get to the point. I don't want to hear a fucking lecture, nigga. Get to the
You
point.
just
And
gave
we
us
didn't
the
interrupt.
lesson in customs
This
out.
is our show. We can do that. Get to the point.
Can I finish the
You're
last
boring me.
Our show.
You really just bored the shit out of me.
You know what? Get to the
Oh!
Really,
So you
nigga?
want to go there?
Barry, whatever you're doing a great
Where did you
job.
make it, boo and Barry?
I still don't know what direction you come from, but this is too much.
I want some Jamaican food.
See,
Look, we
that's
gotta.
what get you first. And if he's a good guy, you gonna turn him down for a bust.
What?
What kind of shit is
Okay,
that?
let's get
Barry,
this. No,
yeah.
actually, no. Don't say that because
Barry,
number
she-
one, when I
She's
no,
impossible.
when I met Barry, let me tell you something. When I met Barry, he was not cooking his Jamaican food at
Okay,
first.
wait a minute.
I was the cook. He did not
Why is
start
you trying
all
to take
that.
it? Let Barry have his shine. Barry,
he was very romantic in the beginning. He was very, tentative
So, Barry,
in the
this is
beginning.
your guy.
Yes, this is
Barry,
my guy.
Wakanda forever, I'm on your side, but she trying to take your shine, bro. Let her have it.
Y'all,
Don't fall into that shit,
Don't
Barry.
right, exactly. Don't
I
let it
gotta, I gotta see you eventually.
Yeah.
Now, like I said,
And see, now you're going to get upset because he's speaking his mind.
No.
This is what shit goes wrong.
you're
with.
egging it on. But
No.
what I'm saying is this:
Right.
he
Sorry,
didn't do
miss.
all that to bait me. He showed me his romantic side, his tentative side. He showed me that, hey, you know what? I got your
I
back.
hate you.
I got your back.
So,
Did he church?
Mentally and
He
physically.
went to church.
so hold on.
He did.
With the church.
he
So
did.
hold on. Shout out to Mary.
So hold on.
He did.
Hold on.
Extra
He
church.
gave me
Extra
extra
round sauce.
time.
Hold on. In the name of Barry. Wakanda forever.
We on your side, bro.
You can't
can't
take
We didn't want to take over your show, but y'all allowed us.
Y'all
No, we're
right.
not allowing you
Right,
to do
'cause
shit.
no, Cause you trying to make it
Why
seem
you-
like that.
why
Don't
you
do
so
that.
upset?
Because
Why
you're
you
full
so-
of shit.
No, I'm not. Why you so upset? Why you
Now
so
you
upset?
want to play the victim.
Yeah,
Shut
no,
up.
this is the
When
woman
I
show.
get on, I was gonna give me a white girl because this is too much.
We already
And
know.
she-
We already know.
Yup.
Go right here.
And she gonna be fat.
Alright, so
I'm playing. I'm
So,
playing.
hold on.
I
I
love
got
women.
Fat.
Hold on. I got a
Because on the inside, all the same color.
I got a question.
Exactly.
I got a question to ask you ladies. When we talk about leadership coming from a man's point of view,
Said, I hate you.
is a woman really capable of taking a step back and allowing the man to lead, even though they don't agree with how he approaches or handles certain things? Because the old cliche is cooler heads prevail. And
Some of
just
them are
like
cool.
Warrior Soccer Com, y'all was locked and loaded and ready to come in on a
You
hostile
talking
way.
calm because
Calm,
that's
this
that's
is
all.
the words
This
he
the
said.
first
It don't matter
time.
how
Yeah.
calm he talk.
Look, if it was a different topic,
Yeah,
it was
Tina.
something else. If we
Yeah,
talk about
Tina.
those suck bears, I bet you would have a problem with it.
I really would.
Man. Yes,
I mean,
you would.
I
You
mean, I
would.
don't know who you're a fan of.
I don't like the Bears. I know
That's
that
fine.
much.
You can be
Pittsburgh. She the same one with us.
I
I
like
mean,
it.
that's a winning organization. I congratulate you guys. You had a down season. See my calm voice?
My thing was
For now, I guess I can.
to address
Thank you.
your
We'll be back next year.
question.
Thank
Uh-huh.
you.
Hello. To
Yes.
address his
Okay.
question, I feel that takes the work of both individuals because
Yes.
I feel
No,
like
it's
both individuals because I feel like as a man you need to recognize your woman, and if you know your woman, you know where she's strong,
Yes.
and she knows where you're strong. Why does it matter? If you are, if I'm like, babe, you know about this way more than me, and he comes to me and say, Nita, you know all about this. I'm gonna ask you about this. What's wrong with me leading? What's
Take
wrong?
it.
Just because he's the man, I supposed to just let him lead? You know, I just don't feel like that's sufficient for me. Both of us can work together to get where we need to be.
Exactly.
And you
Teamwork.
can still feel like a man. I'm not taking away from you being a man
Exactly.
because I'm smart and you're smart as well, or you may be weak here, I'm strong there.
We're
That's
supposed to
called
make a balance.
companionship.
It's egos on
It's
the end.
supposed to be a
It's
balance
y'all
there
egos.
between
Y'all
where
fragile
women.
in the
egos.
draws.
That's why.
Where
You
I'm
got
weak, I'm
fragile
strong.
egos.
Where you're weak, I'm strong. It's a balance. Y'all don't understand what balance is.
But they think
Because
that
of
if
their
you
ego.
if you speak up, you speaking out of turn. You
Yep.
shouldn't be talking.
We're over-
But I'm sorry. I'm not. If I'm gonna say, bang, I really don't think that that's a good decision, or I don't think
Yeah,
that's a good approach.
exactly.
I'm gonna see what your response is. I'm not telling you what you need to do, but I'm gonna suggest that I don't think that that's a
So
smart
is this in
decision.
private or in front of people?
No, why would
In
I do that
private.
front of
Alright, so
people?
I
That's
say
in
earlier,
private.
So I got a
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
That's
say-
in private. You don't never
No,
sit there
just-
embarrass
Yeah,
somebody like
stop.
that.
We're talking.
Stop.
I'm talking about a
This
guy.
is where I said, when
You
you
did
guys interrupt us when we're talking.
I heard you
Be
say
the
that.
listener,
So
because
now he
people
now
say
he getting
shit.
loud.
I'm
But now
sorry.
he getting loud. Now he getting loud.
I get
Like,
it.
You
yeah,
are
you're getting really
you
aggressive.
Was getting loud.
Y'all
You was getting
stop.
You are. You are very, very.
You loud.
You're being so offensive.
You loud.
Right.
But,
really are.
but the other part to that is that they have such fragile egos. You can't say anything to these men
They
without
will
them
some.
having problems. Okay, some of y'all have fragile
But we
egos.
can't
You
say
might
all
be-
women, right?
Let me
Some
say
fragile,
this.
But some of y'all have super fragile egos. So
I know
that's the
one
problem.
word you guys can't stand above anything
Yeah,
else.
ego.
The word no.
Ooh, yes.
Is
That's
Yes,
all I'm
yes,
saying.
yes.
that is that a word only men can't handle? Or
Most
is
of the
that
time, you
universal?
all
Most
can.
of the time, it's
It's
men
men.
that I've been running
Men
into.
That's
do
what
No.
I'm
not
saying.
deal
I
well with
experience.
rejection.
You don't.
Nope.
Exactly.
Y'all
That's the
egos
whole
get
problem.
crushed
That's why
on
I
the
said
ground.
that's where the
What is
fragile
wrong
egos
with
come
you
in.
guys?
Fragile egos. Oh my God, I can't believe she said that.
Sensitive.
This is a
Yeah.
What do you
women's
mean no? What you mean?
Right. You know it.
Why can't I have it that way?
show.
What do you
Right.
mean no?
I asked that question because she was like, you have to find the balance. Now, everybody here watches Power, right? Right?
It's called Power.
I don't watch that shit.
You don't watch Power?
I don't watch that shit.
I do. I love it.
You watch Power? Okay. Now I'm gonna highlight the fact where it comes to raising kids, and as you see, even though when you talk about Ghost and Tasha, they're raising Tariq two different ways, and so where Ghost was like, I don't want him to live this life. You got Tasha, who's going the opposite way, even before they were married, where it's like, this is what we want for him. And when Ghost wanted to come down on him, because women, I hate to say this, and I love you women for stepping up, but when it comes to a lot of young boys and today's youth, a man has to step up and be that ultimate disciplinarian to let a kid know, hey, nothing in this world is going to be free. Nothing in this world is going to be sugar-coated towards you to do your ego. And some women are nurturers by nature, so it's like you can't stand when the dad has to be a disciplinarian. And so when it comes to raising kids, you interject real quick. And so now you got a kid that's like, it's a power struggle even among that kid not being on one accord. That's why when we talk about leadership, and I ask that question, can a woman really fall back and allow the man to lead, even though that's the best thing for an area such as parenthood?
Okay, well, let me with that.
If we see positive results,
right,
in what we observe, yeah, why not?
It's a fictional show. So with that being said, I think that her reasoning behind doing what she's doing, she said he's going to do what he's going to do. So I'm going to show him how to do it the right way without getting caught. The dad, he wants to reform, but now he's trying to kind of take back what he's been doing. He started this. He's the one that led this. He was the one that kicked it all off. So you can't
how did he kick it off? Because we're talking about raising kids. How did he kick it off?
I'm saying about living a life, and he tried to shelter him. You can't shelter him. Kids, let me tell you, kids are very smart. They pick up on everything, and at the smallest age of 3 until whenever, they pick up on those small things. So he knew
so
there's something going on.
Drugs too.
Huh?
No, at the end of the day, you make your own decision.
Exactly. But this is my point though. With that, he wasn't the ultimate disciplinary because he wasn't showing. He wasn't leading by example. Exactly. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do.
And I feel like that's a poor example because first off, Tasha and Ghost was not on the same page, period.
Exactly.
In their own marriage.
Because he cheated.
So that alone, they're on different pages.
I heard he was a hoe. He was a hoe.
Yeah.
Ghost was not.
You need to watch it.
Scenes outside of Ghost.
Hey, she was doing what he was doing. She was doing what he was doing. That's all. She was doing what he was doing.
Now watch Barry say something about tit for tat. 2 wrongs don't make it right. Watch him say that from here this comment.
No, she did not.
I already know what he's gonna say.
Hold on. When you said when you said here saying Ghost was a hoe, but I'm just gonna ask this question: Who got more of a body count right now? I'm listening.
Okay, next subject, because this ain't.
I agree with that, Barry. Never show the child the disagreements between the adults.
Exactly.
It causes dysfunction. It makes the child choose sides.
Yeah.
And that child will disrespect that parent that's overpowering the other.
I'm
telling you.
Has that happened in Power now?
Yep. Absolutely.
See, now I'm gonna go to a flip side.
No, I've seen it in real life.
No, but I'm gonna go to a flip side on a TV show because art imitates
I don't even watch
life.
Power. Why is he using Power as an example?
Art imitates life. They also had this TV show called My Wife and Kids.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And the son had sex with his girlfriend in his parents' bed. He kicked them out in the garage.
And she got pregnant too.
And she got pregnant, and he said, "You know what? You made a man's decision, so I have to start treating you like a man because you're my son, but I got to treat you like a man." And he did not make anything easy. And I respect Tisha Arnold's character.
Who?
Tashina
Arnold, I'm sorry.
No, not even her. That's Gina. That's
I know what
I know what she's talking about.
That's Tashina Arnold.
That's not Tashina. She's the dark skin one.
No, I'm talking about Gina from Martin. Yeah, I'm sorry. Gina's character from Martin. She fell back and allowed him to raise his son that way because he said, "Look, he's gonna have a child. That's something he's got to get ready for." Right. And he had his first son. They had their son as a teenager, so he was getting him ready for that, and she kind of fell back and took the lead, even though she wanted to nurture and kind of baby him.
She felt bad.
But after their discussion, she fell back. So that's why I asked that question on two different fronts, because you have one where it goes against what you said the child ultimately chooses between the parents, and then you got a united front on another end in which it benefits the young man.
That's the only way it's going to work, if the parents are united and they are guiding them. You can't go two different streets. Yeah. You got to pick the same road and keep that child on the same path.
Okay, absolutely.
That's if the father's there. That's the other thing.
Yellow.
It's called balance.
Okay.
Sometimes
Next.
one-sided.
So, see, a lot of you guys, we covered a lot of stuff because y'all was on a man bashing roll right now. So,
man bashing. There's always man bashing.
Marriage. Let's talk.
Don't be crybaby.
Let's talk about marriage, man. Because, like I said, everything. Hold on, everything. Because a lot of men, y'all question like, can a man be faithful?
Nope.
Most men don't want to commit.
Nope.
We have our reasons, but why do you suppose, as women, that is primarily the case? And there has to be a certain level of accountability that all women have in common when it comes to this subject. Miss Latanya?
What's the subject? Marriage?
Yes.
What
Yes.
about
Outlooks of marriage.
You didn't ask that
How do you envision marriage from a woman's perspective?
What do you mean, how do we envision it? I mean, be specific. What's the question?
I know what he's saying.
No, he
You
don't
have a
read
plan.
my question.
You have a plan. You have a foresight. You have, like, you envision how, like everybody said, I did not imagine my marriage would be like this. And both men and women both have said
Relationships,
that.
for that matter.
Everybody has their different views of what they want their marriage to be.
I'm asking the question on a woman's perspective. This is a woman's show, so I mean, you guys should really.
I'm going to.
Now it's a woman's show.
Right. It's not us now.
But we got the peanut gallery over here, steady dipping in when they don't like to hear something. See that?
I done broke the chair.
He probably sabotaged your chair. I'm telling you. We weren't looking the whole time. We weren't looking the whole time. Well, you know what? You know what? My perspective of a solid marriage. I ain't gonna say a great marriage because nothing is great. Everything takes work. Everything takes work.
If you don't quit it.
The good times, the bad times, as long as nobody's being physically harmed, you can, marriage takes work. But my idea of a solid marriage is two people not seeing just each other. It's not supposed to be one-sided. We're supposed to have a balance. There's supposed to be an understanding mentally with each other, not just physically. Let me tell you something. A lot of people marry for money. That's the worst thing to do. And when you marry for money, you know what happens? Sometimes the other person loses their job. Well, because you married for the wrong reasons, a lot of times money is one of the main reasons why the divorce rate is very high.
You said what? Say it again?
I agree.
Money problems is one of the reasons of the high divorce rate. Because people go into a marriage not understanding that things can change for one another. But because they went into the marriage for the financial gain, because of the money they both could combine together, they didn't go in it for love. They didn't go in it for building with each other. They went in it for this temporary situation that turned sour. Once it turned sour, there was no more, I'll hold the ladder for you, baby, until you can climb on your own. There was no more, baby, I can hold my arm out here. You grab it, I can pull you up, since you down. It was all everyone for themselves. And everyone wanted to break away and put the blame on each other instead of working together. People marry for the wrong reasons. That's not why I want to get married.
So exactly. That's why I brought up Power, because even if you go back to season 1, Ghost was trying to transition out the drug game, and his out to getting out the street life was the club. And Tasha had a hard time adjusting to that, and she never really got on board. So is it where a woman feel like, if I start out this way and this has been my role, it's hard to make that adjustment when the man takes the lead in order to secure a better future moving forward? Because
I never saw that.
I feel like, as far as Power, yes, that's how they came together, and he was a drug dealer. But I feel like at the same time, it's communication.
Yeah, you should discuss that.
Her, I want to sell this much till I get this much. So once I get my club, I'm out of there. He didn't tell that to her. She just thought this was what life was gonna be. He was gonna sell drugs. Then he told her, it's not we're talking.
Right.
You told me. It's a difference.
You can discuss it.
It's a big difference.
Angela,
but you're not asking me how I feel about it. You're telling me that this is what it is, and that's it.
Ghost. Y'all ain't pay attention.
like I said,
She was trying to take care of
he did not have a talk with her. He told her. And if you're married, you should communicate and have a conversation to see how the other individual feels about the decision that you're making.
There you go.
That's what marriage is about.
All right, let's
I wonder if she was feeling like that when she was doing the drive.
I ain't trying to hear that. Shush.
Big up to Sean for his best
How
friends.
common
Well, you
are
did
the
that.
same
Hit the homies.
parents training
And
children?
got away with it.
Wait, what is this
Latanya?
question? Okay, so how common are the same parents raising children that they both have?
Together, maybe?
The question is,
Say if the husband is not the biological father, basically.
No.
is that what that means? I was confused.
Okay.
I
But
bet
y'all,
that's
you
something
should,
I
but you should discuss that in advance. How you want to raise the kids, even if they are stepkids. I think that it's still a conversation that needs to be had, regardless of what it is. Because we all have different type of, disciplinary methods. Like me, I'm gonna beat the kid down. Now that might not be your option, but I'm beating ass. So I don't care who it is, stepkid, kid, whatever. I treat everybody equally.
So you
can get ass whooped.
So
you can get ass whooped. I dole them out.
You like the foster mama from Antoine Fisher?
No, I ain't that bad. No, I'll at least feed you. Look, I'll at least feed you.
Did this shit. I know I got the right one.
No. It has to be well deserved.
Only
though.
you will come up with
Right.
shit like
I'm
that.
like, wait, no. She was crazy, man.
You can be with the biological
You knew how it
father
told
or
she
mother,
said in the end.
and the situation ain't right. You get with someone that's right, and the situation goes better.
It's better.
So it all, like you said, all depends on the communication.
Communication is key.
It sure
A lot of
is.
people,
And that's
do
another
not want to
breakdown for
communicate.
marriage, too.
They want
That's
to
another
text
breakdown.
message all damn day, and it's annoying as hell.
Say it again for the people in the back because they can hear you.
Stop.
He probably texts all the
That's what I'm
time.
saying. I hate text.
They want to text,
I got
argue. They
voice
want to
to
text
I
everything.
spell too many words, so it's too much.
I do not.
I don't even.
No further question.
Well, damn, why you just said
Hold on. First of all,
I said I don't
you
care.
know who my man is, and I hate text arguing. I hate text message conversations all the time.
Who started it?
You know what? It doesn't
Me.
matter who started.
With the little
You got a
dick
boyfriend?
pictures and stuff too.
Yeah,
Alright.
I got some booze. Get your life. Go ahead now. Now, why you want to talk?
cooler.
All the rest y'all getting at her, she got booed.
You got a chance. But
I'll hit you in your
let me
head.
say
I
this.
just want to say this situation up there.
$40 can get you. Nah, man. I'm sorry.
Never.
All right. So anyway,
I just
courtship.
said hard-working woman.
Hold on,
She
courtship.
was 70.
Hold on, courtship.
No.
Courtship. Because
400.
a lot of women,
For who?
sit here
Big
and
culture.
even in the realm
Nah,
of courtship, you got the texts, you got the deep pics, you got the phone calls, you got the waves on Facebook, you got this, you got that, you got my homies, you got women that want to go behind the scenes to go through the best
Right,
friends,
whatever, right.
but turn around and say you want to keep everything private. So I want to know about the general way you converse in the realm of courtship and approaching somebody in general conversation or just courting towards a relationship in general. Because I think Corey can back me up on this. It's hard for a man to approach a group of women to go talk to one that he's very interested in, and if he gets shot down by that
Ego.
one, it's like
He's embarrassed.
Ego.
not only is he embarrassed, but he's cooked from that day forward because anybody that she may know, they're gonna know about it.
All because you were turned down.
That's depends on it.
But
That explains what we said about the ego and you guys don't like reject.
I said when you approach a group full of women.
Okay,
If you're confident, it don't matter.
Right.
You gonna take it as
And if you have that type of mentality where you'll get embarrassed like that, why don't you wait till the woman walks
Get the
away
next
and
shit.
communicate with
Get
her
the next
one-on-one?
shit. Right.
Why would you walk into a group of women knowing you are the type of person that if she says no, it's
You
for
gonna
these group of
cry.
women,
You
you
gonna
gonna
cry.
cry some damn way.
Like,
Yeah.
She tall, she
Gotta
this.
ask. Y'all ready for this?
What?
Gotta ask.
Don't say no dumb shit. Go ahead.
No, you can call it what you want. It's my opinion.
Okay.
If I was, which I've been many a times, if I walked up to a group, well, I'll just say y'all three, and I picked her, or I picked you, I picked her to have a conversation with. The first thing that come out your mouth was, well, let me put the setting in first.
Okay.
We had a bar, we had a nice bar, lounge, or a restaurant, and I approached you. You can't include them talking about you gotta buy us a drink.
Who does shit like that? I'm sorry.
Women do
I
that.
did. No. Don't say nothing. Just tell me on call out. I was at Raven Place and it happened to me 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
And you did what? Walk off, right?
First of all, I'm a player. You gotta make that thing.
Be a player.
What you're not gonna do, I'm not gonna embarrass you. Educate why I'm contributing. This ain't how this go.
Basically, that's what you did. You bought all 3 of them drinks.
No, I actually did. I bought her a drink, but this ain't how this go. I don't mind because if you out, and I'm gonna give you another prime time. I'm at Port Fred's last night, and I seen someone that was nice looking, and I think I knew who she was, but name slipped my mind. Whatever. I seen her. What you drinking? Your hands empty. How you in a club full of guys and your hands empty?
Cause y'all cheap, but go
No,
on.
not at all.
Yeah.
You buy what you want to buy. Now, she didn't say this for me and my girls because I'm with them. She was a player about it. Whatever he told me the tab was, I covered it. It went number $12, but I don't know. She probably bought a beer and a drink or something. But it wasn't obvious. My point, I'm trying to tell you.
That's tacky.
That's the difference between what happened 3 weeks ago and what just happened last
These
night.
kids, what? Were they these children
That's
that
my
you
point.
saw? Were these
You would
children?
be surprised.
How
You would
you
be
gonna
in
tell the mug what they gonna
Okay,
do?
I'm gonna give you another example.
How old were they? 30?
No, some. You got women in their 40s doing this. They trying to keep up with their bodies with these young girls, but that's not a conversation. Exactly. But this is not a
You
conversation.
cutting up now.
No, I'm not. I'm just getting
It's
started.
some 40-year-olds that look better, so go on.
Shout out
They
to
get
shout
their
out to
work.
Dr. James Andrews.
Not necessarily. No.
You'll be
No,
surprised.
no.
First of all, y'all get another body when y'all get older. So y'all trying to do all this shit young. You young ladies, stop doing it. You're gonna fuck your life up. Shout out to some more. That's where I got it from. But anyway,
Okay.
my point was, from what Shorty did 3 weeks ago compared to what this lady did, and I don't even know her name. I don't even think she don't mind.
You
But
know what I'm saying?
my point is, the next time she see me, it's gonna be a hello. How you doing? It ain't chess. It's checkers. You see what I'm saying?
It's not chess, it's checkers?
No, it's checkers, not chess. I said it backwards. I'm sorry.
Oh.
So
Okay, my question is, where were you when that situation happened on the south side?
You know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up, right?
The respectable woman, what side of town were you on? I
West
just want to know.
Side.
Well, first of all, she could be. It happened out west, but she could be from Bellwood. She could be from out
That's
west.
still out west.
That's still west.
That's still out west.
I don't know where this lady from.
I'm just saying.
know.
Don't be throwing
Just
bad
know.
one out like that.
I'm just throwing shade on the south side. That's all.
Yo,
I'm
you
doing.
so petty. But my point is, you gotta know who you dealing with.
Right.
Man, listen, more than y'all think. Sometimes we just don't say anything. I know I'm like that. Maybe because I'm nonchalant to a lot of bullshit.
Well, I've had guys buy me and my girls drinks, but I didn't ask him to do that. He did it because that's what he wanted to do.
But you know what fucked that up? Excuse me, I hate the curse. You know what messed that up?
Really?
No, we don't.
Some women
That's right.
expect that all the time because guys do that all the time. Sometimes you can be like, damn, I'm talking to you. Why are they talking? But at the same time, if I want to get to know her, I know I got to go through them. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to know you.
But y'all don't understand.
Don't
Y'all-
let Antoinette
but
not
y'all-
get no
but my
action. Well,
thing
you not
is,
get no action.
y'all-
Guess what's going to happen? You got to take me home.
What?
Yeah. Am I lying about it?
Where
I'm
y'all
ready.
at?
I'm ready to go.
No, you
I'm
not.
ready to
No.
go. You
Where
got,
do
let's
y'all
go get
find
something to
those
eat.
kind of
Girl,
women?
it's our song.
That's
Come
him
here.
finding those type
How
of
many
women.
times that shit happen?
But
That's
Man, you need to
crazy.
quit hanging out in them
I'ma say
areas.
the
And
advantage.
this is growing.
Let me tell you the
35
advantage
is
of
better.
doing that.
Stop
though.
hanging in those areas.
First of all,
Wrong
I
area.
could be in the Bahamas. This shit can happen.
You're a lie.
All right, Joe.
CL, let me tell you the
Go ahead.
advantage.
Record it when
Just
it
like
happens.
you
Barry,
just
call
said.
in.
Why you keep calling Barry?
Barry, my man tonight.
You need
But
help.
let me
man.
tell you
I don't know if
something.
he
So
does it.
what he is saying, I'll give you example. I'm telling you that it will work out in your favor. I ain't saying do that all the time. But if you do that scenario, you buy her drink, you buy her girls some drinks. It gotta be a girl that you really like. Man, she look like she owns something. I really want to get to know her. Don't just do it for anybody. But guess what? When they get to the car, what we gonna say? Girl, he was so nice. Girl,
Sure is. Right. You a
Girl, I like him. He is so pleasant. Oh my God.
That's what the girls gonna say when we get in the car.
That's what they doing.
Hey,
Most of the men ain't doing it though. Most of the men ain't doing it.
But you know what?
Most men
But
ain't
you know
doing
what?
that.
Barry has done that.
Most men
I've
ain't
gone
doing
out
it.
with him first, but when I've gone out with my girls and he was out with us, he bought all my girls drinks. And they were like, "Oh my
That's a
God,
player.
he's
That's a
so
gentleman.
sweet."
And
That's
a
a
gentleman and a player.
And still let me have my fun. It wasn't under me. Wasn't all in my face.
That's
And let me have my fun.
Barry, call in, man. You my man. Barry number. 555-1800 something. But you know what's on the flip side of that? You know what's on the flip side of that?
Yeah.
Before you go to the next subject, you know what's on the flip side of that?
Oh, shit.
It can be a guy, we just say he just loaded with money. He does it all the time. He get taken advantage of because he ain't seeing. You see what I'm saying? Being a hard working man.
I've seen that happen to some
men. Taken
men.
advantage of too. So
I have
it's
seen
a
that.
flip side to that. That's what a line
That's
gets
what I'm
blurry
like.
at.
It's
So,
kind of a balance. It gotta be a chick that you really like. Man, she really owns. I'm like,
you can be that, but she can't be that
Some
person.
But I'm
women-
saying that's the
Right.
risk that you take because dating is a risk altogether in
Yeah.
itself.
That's true.
It
You know
is.
what I'm
That's
saying?
very true. I
Just
agree.
look
Trying to
for the
get that
signs, look for
woman,
the signs.
you got to
But
pay a little bit.
this is in the word of Kanye West. Don't be afraid to leave something that they'll remember you by. See, that's why things is about moments. So if I catch you with your girl, might not be the right time, but I catch you at Wendy's. You look familiar. How you doing? My name is such and such. You see how that area that's calm down now? Been trying to talk to you for over music and all that shit and trying to buy you. I'm trying to get to know you. I might bump into you again at that same spot. You gonna see me and be like, "Oh, you look familiar. Hey, how you doing?" See how that conversation
Did
started?
you buy a 4 for 4 though?
I ain't. She wanted one. But it,
You stupid.
Y'all was
No,
that
no,
just
no,
had a
no,
little
no,
extra.
but that's all
No,
I'm
Don't buy that 4 for 4.
it was
It's
a
a
1
game.
for 40.
I mean, it's a game. It's still a game.
Not at all.
So women play us naturally. Men, we gotta catch up because we still want the golden prize.
All right, hold on.
Right or wrong?
Hold on, we got a special guest, man. We got a
Like a
caller.
bear.
Uh-oh.
All right, welcome to Let's Talk About It. Hey, who's my man calling in? Yo,
Hold on.
all right, Barry, go ahead and chime in, man.
I'm talking to Barry.
Are you drinking tequila?
Let that man finish.
What you got to say, Barry?
Hey, I lost track. I had to call to get off the video, so I need to catch up. What we talking about now?
They was talking about courtship and how hard it is for some men in their approach, even in a club-like atmosphere, a social atmosphere, when the dreaded walk for any man is when he has to go approach a woman when she's out with her girlfriends, and it's a whole pack of women, and you isolate one. And Corey alluded to a story at Ravens where the young lady tried to get him to buy her drink and her friend's drink. And
One friend, I think, or cousin, whatever.
all right, it was her and her buddy, but nevertheless, you trying to holler at one, and it's like now you got to contend and appease the whole pack.
Actually, I wasn't even trying to buy a drink. She asked me to buy her a drink
You know,
just for
when
gangster.
you're in a relationship and she had with her girlfriend, yeah, you know, you want to treat them all, you know, hopefully reasons got paid. But, you know, that type of respect. But, you know, when you try to isolate one, it's almost like double dutch, you know, with them ropes going, you try to find your time and either you catch her when
But
you
I just
go back to the bathroom or she's
Catch her while
not
she
getting a
at
drink
home.
for herself. And then that's when you try to approach her while she's isolated. When you try to approach her with her friends, it is way harder. They look at you like, man, who are you trying to talk to? And then they look at you crazy like, well, why are you not trying to talk to me? Well, why is she better than you? You know what I'm saying? Especially with all dogs involved, that might not be in their intentions, but when they take it up, man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So do you think that now there are some men that feel as though they get offended if they approach this woman around this group of women and they get shut down? Then the ego gets, in heightened where they get angry. Now the woman's probably every name in the book because he chose to walk into this group of women to try to isolate one girl and end up getting turned down. So now his ego is bruised. Is that his fault? Or is that just the way women are and he has a right to be angry about that? Or did he walk himself in it on his own?
I can't knock that because if you're in a group, you put your purpose, especially small couples involved, the stuff that your girl touch your back and say, you know what, there's something shifty about that guy. No, he
Talk to him, Barry.
Then you're wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really not that easy.
Barry, you got her drinking. My man.
Shout out to Barry, man. You know.
What up, Tim? What's
now
up?
gonna
So
agree with
Barry,
y'all ass.
this is really supposed to be the all-female show, but
Yeah, they steady taking.
you know we
Right.
well we see
Peanut
we're
head.
real
He
men
just
of
run
business
this
around
guy.
here. But do you have a question for the ladies that you want them to answer on the behalf of most women out here in society?
Tell me about the gun line, boss.
I guess my biggest thing is about the league. The league,
Yeah,
and I hear a lot about 50-50. And I hear people talk about defining 50-50. But you know what? 50-50 is not defined off of nobody. 50-50 is defined off of the people that you, the person that you're with. Everybody's 50-50 is different. You know what I'm saying? You can't define my 50-50 with the person I'm with. And don't allow your friends to define your 50-50 with the person that you're with as well. You know what you're capable of, and you know what the person you're with is capable of. And that's how you define your 50-50. And that's constantly changing. Like how that man might lose his job, or that woman might lose her job. You know what I'm saying? And that 50-50 may change. So, you know, sometimes friends help and families help, and sometimes they can be a hindrance because they try to define how you should do things, but you're the one in the relationship, and you know better than anyone else what you're getting most out of that relationship.
All right,
Hey,
man.
man, hang up, Barry, because you're doing too much
All
churching right now.
Hey Barry,
You got her drinking.
hey Barry,
That's hard for her to do.
we appreciate you calling in, man. We got to go ahead and wrap up the show here in a second, all right?
And guess what? You have become CL's best friend. I can't
My
stand
man.
My man,
Right,
shoot.
look,
My
no.
man, hold on,
Yeah.
put the Wakanda forever thing. Shout out to Barry.
Absolutely.
Represented one time.
I can't with him.
All right,
Playing
so
with it. He represented for
hey,
the
I know
guys.
it's a good time, but we over an hour in, so it's time to wrap up the show. I promise you, we're gonna have a part 2 to All Women podcast here coming soon.
And I'm really going to sit back on this.
No, can you go in the living room next
Right.
time?
You need to go watch
Are you
TV
gonna
or
shut
something.
up?
Maybe you need to go downstairs.
So hold on, as we go.
Maybe we can put a TV show on for you next
All
time.
right, so hey,
Put the game on.
you know we actually coming out that time.
Got you, boo. I got you.
We trying to keep everything. We trying to keep everything about an hour, but you know, time flies. We having fun, having a good conversation. So we're gonna go around with our rants, raves, and everything, and wrapping up the show. Tanya, since you're a guest on the show, and we appreciate you coming through.
And you need to be a
Go
better
first.
cameraman. That camera goes over there next time. Thank you, sir.
First of all, light skin.
You know
It's
what?
my
Ain't nobody
time.
ask you
It's
nothing.
my time.
You
Hey,
taking all
it's
the
my
action.
time. It's my
Barry,
time.
handle
Excuse
that.
me, sir. It's my time.
No, it's not all the action. That means you can see all of us.
That
Yes.
camera, we got it.
You know what? Go ahead.
Well, I
Y'all
truly
doing this
enjoyed
all wrong, too.
our shush. I truly enjoyed the show, even though the men took over as usual because they always want to be in control of stuff.
The lead.
So
The
yes, the
leaders.
lead.
Hang on for a second.
It didn't work, did it?
Nah, it was a toilet flush, man.
Whatever.
You a hater. But no,
Okay,
but
so-
yeah. So we gonna do this again, and I can't wait to be back on the panel. We
I'm
talk
gonna
about
bring
some
2
stuff.
more panels.
Exactly.
So these
right.
chairs
So
can
that
get
was it.
filled, and
then
they go
you
to
got
the
to
back.
watch a little
Yellow.
game
There
or
we go.
get about
Yes,
our
we gonna
business.
be-
We ain't gonna, they
So
gonna
we
have
can
no
talk.
room next time.
You're such a hater.
That's it.
Yes.
All
That's
right,
it. That's
all
all.
right. Antoinette,
Which part?
we wrapping up.
Oh, you want shout outs first?
Shout outs, man.
First of all, I want to shout out to all these ladies here. This was beautiful. This proves right here that women can be mature and have conversations and debate and have opinions and not go catty like 30-year-olds. And also, I love the fact that CL, you know, your jokes are amazing, even though you just was so rude interrupting. And of course, LeVar, you know, thank you so much for putting this together for us, for allowing us to come here. I think this is just wonderful energy. So, and also I want to shout, thanks Barry for tuning in. You done made yourself a fan. That's
Thank
just
you,
the way
Barry.
it is.
Thank you.
You done made
It's
yourself.
on an aggressive voice, though.
I am not aggressive.
Look at you.
I'm loud
Yo.
naturally.
She's talking to you aggressively.
Look, your lips and your teeth getting tight right now.
Shout out to Barry. Thank you for your participation. Love you, boo. Shout out to everybody that's watched, that's
Yes.
participated. Thank you for all your comments. We really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Continue to support us. We've got a lot of new things coming your way. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. And therefore, please keep watching out. Keep supporting. Let's talk about it, Shy. We got
That's
more
both of
interviews
them.
coming
He's
up.
okay.
We've actually got a meet and greet getting planned. So stay tuned for that as well. And that's all I got to say.
How y'all doing out there?
Sound like Maybelline.
So you know what?
Well, I just want to thank the whole panel today. It was supposed to be women's, but I just really felt like we couldn't get a word in edgewise. And that is
You got
how
all
it
the words
usually
in.
go. That's how it usually
these
go
the
on this
honorary
show.
women. Y'all the
You
honorary
know what I'm
women.
saying?
Ain't nothing
Honorary women.
changed.
We gonna see if I
We
can
gonna need a
see.
part
But
two
today-
because I wasn't finished talking about these men and with they trifling selves. Okay?
Amen.
I'm gonna be here for
Amen.
part 2.
Me too.
I'm gonna take off work.
Right.
But anyway, Corey CL, Black Panther.
First and foremost, I definitely gotta give shout out to the ladies. They know listening as number one.
You such a hater.
Especially this one, because I've been
You
here
a
on the
hater.
show.
You a hater.
And I've been getting cut off. Number two,
Because you're not a woman.
shout out to my man Barry. That's my homie now. Hey,
Yeah.
Barry, you came with it, become forever, brother. You came with it because I know you're going to be on punishment when you get to the crib. Stand your ground, man. Stand your ground. Florida.
We got you
Florida.
back. We got you back.
Florida and Illinois. And last but not least, shout out to the Patriots fans. Yo, goddamn right. I fuck with Condon. Y'all lost. Y'all don't know how to accept it.
Yeah.
You
Amen.
Oh my God.
Packer fans, y'all next. I got a
I
seat
can't wait.
sitting right here waiting. I
So
want
we
my
can talk
cigars, I want my bottles, and I want my money on Monday, 50-cent voice. And I'm out this.
Extra mild sauce.
Shout out to Scooter Chose. I'm out this mother.
Hey man, hey, I want to thank you ladies for participating. Of course, I had other ladies supposed to come in, but they had to cancel at the last minute. Other things came up.
It's all good.
Hopefully, we get them on the next
You don't
time,
shut the fuck up.
and we do it the right way.
You're going to leave me alone. Okay.
See right here?
You know, Antoinette kind of alluded to
Don't
it. We
talk
got
all
meet and
that
greet.
mess.
We got live podcast shows coming on. Matter of fact, got a decision to make. First live podcast theme show is going to be a speed dating event.
Oh,
that's hot.
Barry, you gotta come because
We get everything.
I'm not responsible for this.
It's gonna
I
hold
am
on.
not no.
To give you guys hands up, it's gonna
Don't
be
be
live
messing it up.
podcast, and then we're gonna finish up with the speed date thing. That's gonna last, and then we're gonna
Y'all
party
single, right?
afterwards.
Yeah.
All right.
No, y'all single or y'all single?
We single.
Different.
I'm single.
Always single.
No, you got boo. You
I got booze, but I'm still single. I'm still single with
I almost
booze.
told
What
you
you mean?
something, but you lied. I almost told
She
you.
pointed-
Where my booze is, get at me, bro. Y'all my homies. Y'all my homies now. Ain't
Hey.
nothing gonna go further than this here.
Hey, but with that being said, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, both on YouTube and Facebook Live, man. We're gonna have another show later on this week. It's gonna be fellas. It's gonna be about sports. We got a lot to cover, man. We got college basketball. We got NBA. We got NFL. Shout out to the Pats fans. It's
Sore
gonna be
losers.
interesting.
Very.
We're gonna have a closeout Bears segment as well for the sports
Of
show.
course.
So we got a whole thing
Need some
lined up. But until then, we catch you later this week. In a minute.